Hello, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to the first The Square Reviews video product specialist review. And I have a very special guest with me today that I am talking with, and he is an inventor. And he is also what I would consider the quintessential definition of necessity being the mother of invention. Mr. Harold Heydt is online with me today, and I'd like to introduce him. Mr. Heydt, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Morning, John. Thanks for inviting me. My story is a real simple one. I walked away from actively working in 1990 due to a minor heart issue, semi-retired to Florida looking for things to do, and just was enjoying my golf until one day in 1997 when I had a Cohiba fall off the cart and land in a puddle. And literally, I said to myself, that's not going to happen again.
So then what happened after that fateful day with the cigar accident?
It was the same day. Literally, 20 minutes after I got home, as I was walking into my house, I walked past my daughter and she had a hair clip in her hair. And I grabbed it out of her hair. I said, give me that. I have an idea. I took that hair clip and trimmed the sides and I fastened it, one end of the clip to the ends of a metal paper binder, and I had a prototype for CigarMinder.
Uh, and
Fortunately for me, a
and
very
that's
close
brilliant.
friend who I had been playing golf with is a manufacturer in China. I picked up the phone, I called him, and I said, Bernie, I have an idea. Will you work on it with me? He listened to the idea. He said, that's a great idea. Let's do it together. And candidly, we shook hands on a deal in 1997 and haven't changed that deal in 25 years.
All in a
CigarMinder
handshake.
took 7 years to bring to market. Excuse me, 7 months to bring to market. The idea came up in February. The first one was sold in November.
I mean,
And from there, we
that's
just
remarkable.
watched it grow.
That's absolutely remarkable. And something that I said in the review that I've already, worked on here, which, hopefully you've read already, is that the cigar minder it's reminiscent of a hair clip that was very in vogue in the 90s. So I connected that dot before I even, read about your story or spoke to you about this. And I think it's a testament to really, again, necessity being the mother of invention. So this is my cigar minder. It's pretty well used. I've been using it for a number of years, and you can even see there's like a little burn mark that this is an authentic cigar minder that has been used in the field. And I think this is it's a wonderful product. So you have, I guess, some exciting. Well, you're coming out of semi-retirement from retirement to talk to me today, right? Because your
That
business
is correct.
is, yep.
After running the company for 21 years and reaching the tender age of almost 78, I decided it's time to let somebody else do the work. So my children are now running the business, and they have come out with a new product. And that new product, and I don't have one in front of me, is a red, white, and blue cigar minder.
Okay, and I have seen the red, white, and blue cigar minder on your website. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's not yet on Amazon. If people want to order the red, white, and blue, or they want to order a bundle pack, they could get it from your website directly, which is
Well, I'm
ahead.
fairly certain that we have two vendors who might have it up on Amazon already. So if you do a search for what red, white, and blue cigar minders, it may well come up.
Oh, okay, perfect. So,
Our, our business model, because
mhm.
I was retired or semi-retired when we started this, our business model is to price our product accordingly so that distributors are comfortable selling it and can make a good markup on it. Uh, we could do better by selling on Amazon ourselves. However, we really don't have the distribution capabilities to handle that. And I made the choice years ago to let other people benefit as well, and just as I say, pass it along. We're fortunate enough to make our margin on every piece that is sold, but there's enough room in there for our distributors to do their job and people to still enjoy the product at a reasonable price.
So we're talking about distribution. I mean, how many units are we really talking about? How many people are minding their cigars out there in the United States and the world? How many units have you sold so far?
We have sold 1.25 million pieces since 1997.
So I think this is remarkable. You've got 1.25 million of these clips out there in the wild, and this is something that you would clip to your golf cart. You would clip it to a camp table. You would clip this wherever you might be tailgating. I'm sure you hear fan stories. You must. What is the most interesting cigar minder story that you have to share?
Well, I have a friend who was a fly fisherman, and he would put on his waders, walk into the water, find himself a position, light his cigar, and clip his cigar to his rod with the cigar minder, and just peacefully take it off, take a puff. But honestly, the funniest story I can tell you about cigar minder concerns myself. I was playing golf one day with people I did not know. Uh, and by coincidence, one of the people I was playing with, had a cigar minder, and he watched as I flipped my cigar to the and cigar minder to the column to the post of the cart, and then I would take it off and smoke the cigar while it was in the clip. And he turned around to me and said, "You're using that wrong." I said, "Oh, really? Did you invent it?" So it, it, it's just a very versatile product.
I think that's very funny, and it is a versatile product. And you were talking about, not pricing people out. What are these MSRPing right now? If I wanted to buy
The
this,
current MSRP on Cigar Minder is $9.95.
okay.
However, that does not prevent our distributors from ordering from offering discounts for multiple purchases. And I like that. It's a comfortable way of doing things.
And I have to agree. And that 9.99 price point is not crazy. It's not Star Wars. When I went shopping for a cigar minder many, many years ago, because my story was not as epic as yours with your ruined Cohiba, but I had a cigar that I was just asking a buddy to hold on to, and he kind of scoffed at me. And this wasn't a cigar that I was chewing on all day like Lieutenant Dan. It was just a cigar I got started. I said, "Can you hold this for me?" And he recoiled in disgust. And I went out and I bought two different apparatus, and cigar minder was one, and I can't tell you about the other one because I don't remember. It was not interesting. It did not fit my needs. It didn't work. And I only bought one of these. And honestly, I need to go out and buy a few more because this is something that you want to keep in your vehicle, or you want to keep in whatever bag of gear that you're going to have where you might have a cigar. So if you're a camper, you might want to make this as part of your camping essentials next to a rain poncho and a pocket knife. And
Well,
having,
it's funny that, I'm sorry.
no,
It's
no,
funny that
please.
you say that. We were concerned with the design as to whether or not the clip would successfully hold onto a golf cart while the golf cart was moving. So when I received the first prototype cigar minder, I clipped a cigar on it. I clipped it to the roof rack of my car, and I drove 90 miles an hour. Cigar minder did not move. So I knew that the product was going to meet its goals.
And the clip, it's aggressive enough to hold on to just about everything that I've clipped it to. And it's not so aggressive that it's going to mar things. Now, I wouldn't exactly clip this to my dining room table, and by all means, if you want to do that, you can. But the point being is, this hasn't damaged anything, nor have I had this fly off of whatever I've clipped it to. So absolutely. And I thank you for, your time here today to talk to me about CigarMinder. Is there anything else that you want to pitch or talk about with your product or going forward? And what's new after red, white, and blue? Or is this it?
Well, we added colors after 15 years. 7 years and 7 years after adding colors, we're now adding red, white, and blue. Just it's hard to conceive of cigar minder being a collector's item, but at the same time, it would be nice to think that people want to own each of the 5 colors. And we do feel that red, white, and blue is going to do nicely.
No, I think so too. And correct me if I'm wrong, you are a Vietnam veteran, correct?
Yes, I am a Vietnam veteran.
And
Uh,
I want to say welcome home and thank you
Thank
for
you. It's
what you
interesting
do.
that you say that, John. I just participated in something called an honor flight, where veterans are taken to Washington, D.C. for the day. And in the case of Vietnam veterans like myself, they received the homecoming we never had. And it was, oddly enough for me, my honor flight was 56 years to the day that I returned from Vietnam and got out of the army. So it was really emotional for me. And I was fortunate enough to have my daughter join me on it.
Well, Harold, welcome home and thank you for what you do. I did get to catch a an honor flight once coming in Boston for returning veterans, and it's a very impressive, warm homecoming. So I'm glad that you got to participate in that, even if it was 56 years too late.
Well, thank you again. And uh, I must say, we've switched the subject, but it is gratifying to have people say thank you for your service after all these years.
Well, absolutely. And thank you again for the wonderful product and for your time out of your schedule. Where can people find you and your company so that we can plug everything and people can get their hands on their own cigar minder?
www.cigarminder.com.
And that's perfect. And you guys have a very active customer service, very fast to respond. So thank you to you guys 100% there. And I hope everybody will go check out the Cigar Minder. You need to get a couple of these. If you're a cigar person, this will be a total game changer.
John, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you.